As the sun rises above the skyscrapers in the capital city,
people across central Ohio hit the pavement.
and slowly but surely pick up the pace.
Some run for their health.
What got me there was I decided that I was worth fighting for.
Others to complete a transformation.
I look like a foreigner in my own body.
And for some, a very personal past.
And that's when, your whole world kind of gets turned upside down because you find out that your daughter has a congenital heart defect and you had no idea.
Others do it to inspire people.
I am happy to challenge new people to meet their goals and dreams.
It's a place where the best long-distance runners in the country meet, trying to beat personal records and stay ahead of the pack.
Where the weekend warriors can run the same route as national champions.
Welcome to the 2016 Capital City Half Marathon.
And welcome to the Ohio Health Capital City Half Marathon. We're here this morning, downtown Columbus, getting ready to go. Jerry Revish, Kristen Hartman, Angela Ann, and Jeff Hogan. Big
Hi,
fun
everyone.
today, huh?
Great fun today, and everybody says this is the best tour of Columbus you'll see on 2 feet. It's going to take you, we're going to start right behind us, wind up through the Arena District, past OSU, past Ohio Stadium, back down High Street, through German Village, and wind up at the Columbus Commons. I feel like I need to take a breath now.
Just giving us the
Just
whole
saying that.
route now, right?
And along the way, 14,000 people will be running, thousands more lining the streets. So if you're just waking up, get on out, come on down. The people are here behind us. Yeah, cheer them on. Oh, do you hear the music? There we go.
Setting the tone. There it is.
Here we go, Jeff.
They're getting it all ready for us. There's been so much concentration and focus on the preparation for this. There'll be some perspiration out there this morning, but then there'll be 14,000 people with a celebration out there. And that's what this is all about, a community coming together, committing to be fit, and doing something that most people won't do all day before lunch.
And
this is also a national championship marathon, right?
Right within
Half
the marathon. That's a big deal. Big deal for Columbus.
2012, they secured the national championships, okay? So 2012, here we are, 2016, and we're minutes away from this all coming to fruition right here.
And what's great is this is the perfect weather for runners.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little chilly for us people who don't run.
Yeah, you have your
but
gloves
for the
on there.
runners, it's great.
Y'all are a little cold, but there's only one of us in shorts here. What's going on with that?
Well,
the runner
You're
is.
You got some work to do out there on
All
the course today,
this
right?
is going to be fantastic. We're going to have a good time running because I've got some I don't know, technology. I shouldn't be allowed to be running around with this, but we have some awesome technology here that we're going to use. I'm going to run the 5K, the Commit to Be Fit 5K, with this camera live the whole way.
Okay.
So I'll be dipping into you guys and talking to you about what's going on, showing you the sights along the way. Very cool.
The big question, too, is what is the weather going to stay like during the race? And so we want to go to Chris Bradley for that. Hey, Chris. Hey, buddy. What you up to?
Well, so far so good. We have clouds, temperatures a little cool, but hey, the rain is holding off. Want to get you right over to our live Doppler 10 radar. I've been telling you, I think the start time of the rain would be after the race, maybe noon to 2 p.m. That still seems to be holding true. You're looking at showers back across the Cincinnati area, back to about Indianapolis. These will be moving our way. This morning looks good. It's dry, but boy, this afternoon we're going to be dealing with rain all afternoon, so I'm glad the timing is working out because it's not like a little scattered rain shower. We're looking at steady rain for several hours. Temperatures, if you're watching, it's a little chilly. If you're running, this is ideal. Readings are in the lower to middle 40s around the area here right now. Again, we have overcast skies, and here is your official forecast for today's Cap City Half Marathon. 48 degrees when the race gets underway here in less than an hour, and again, warming just a little bit, but not too bad as we head through the afternoon. All right, we are live here. Some of the runners starting to, come down this way, get a little bit of a warm up before the race begins. And just to tell you where we are, we're at mile marker 8, and the runners are going to be going this way right down 4th Street, and they've kind of blocked off. They're going to come in different lanes. We got the 5K, the quarter, and the half marathon. We'll see you here in just a few minutes.
Hey guys, Scott Light here out on Lane Avenue. So first, before I walk you through this fantastic race route, I'll show you our quick sign here because we're at the Ohio Health sign making station here on Lane. And of course, we're going to be cheering on 10 TV's Tracy Townsend. As a matter of fact, when she gets here, again, at about mile marker 4.5 miles or so, hopefully she'll come by and we'll have a little live TV action and a little commentary with Tracy as she is running. Speaking of which, I want to show you what these runners and walkers are kind of facing today. A great flat route, a scenic route. So let's go to a map here. And so, of course, starting at Columbus Commons, those runners working their way north through the Arena District, up Olentangy, and then at about mile marker 4, they're going to make a right turn on Lane Avenue there at Ohio State by this point. Come down Lane where we are here for about another mile, and then another big right turn at mile marker 5, and then heading south on North High Street. So this is going to take them a little bit. So they'll come by campus, South Campus Gateway, through the Short North, by downtown Columbus, and then all the way south to German Village. But boy, once they get to German Village, that's getting toward that home stretch, about mile marker 10. And then the route kind of swings back around. It'll start to head north again on South High Street, swings by Cosi, and then boy, they are absolutely in the home stretch at that point. And then getting to that finish line back at Columbus Commons, 13.1 miles. There you go. Again, we're going to be out here right in the middle of Lane Avenue, 4.5 miles right here. We've got a Panera Bread official viewing location right over there. We're going to be making signs, and of course, we are going to be looking out for 10 TV's Tracy Townsend when she comes by as well. And we'll be, of course, cheering on everybody. That is the scene from here. Now let's check in with Dave Holmes.
Hey there, Scott. I'm going to be here all morning long with the Hollywood Casino in the Lead report. This is my chariot. I'll be riding in the pace car following the leaders. They tell me I'm going to be going around 12 miles an hour, which is about as fast as I would want to go riding in the back of a truck. Looking forward to this race today. We have a lot of great competitors, past Olympians, past national champions. It really is an honor to be here in Columbus and have this race here in our city. I'm at the corner of Front and State Street right now. We're going to be taking off from this location. The first race of my life I will ever be in the lead, wire to wire. I'm going to keep you updated. We'll check back with me throughout the race and find out who's going to win. We have runners from all over the country, big name runners. We'll talk about them, profile them as the morning goes on. Runners from California, Arizona, Missouri, all over the country for this prestigious event. So we're looking forward to bringing you live reports here. It's like I'm going to be making a country music video here, riding in the back of my pickup truck on a Saturday morning. Let's send it back over to Chris Bradley.
All right, and we are here at mile marker 8, and I tell you, this is going to be about 8:20 a happening place because we'll have the 5K, then we'll have the quarter, and then the half marathon folks coming by. Now, right behind me here, you can see the band is setting up here. What are you guys going to be playing here today?
We're going to play some rock and roll, some Rocky theme, some Eye of the Tiger to get the guys pumped up.
Now, there's bands all throughout the course. Is that what I'm hearing?
That is. Yeah, about one every mile or every half mile.
Well, that'll keep you going. That'll keep you running fast. So the band is setting up here. We're looking at some of the runners here getting ready, coming back. We're going to set it back over to Jeff and Angela for much more.
Tom?
All right, guys. Hey, just don't blink at any point during this course because you're going to miss those leaders.
Yeah.
Flying by you, sub 5-minute miles they'll be running. Maybe they can dodge the raindrops. They'll be that fast, right?
Go in between. We're going to go check out the crowd, Jeff, because they are really pumping up behind us. But also pumping up are the racers who are checking in right now at the Papa John's party cam. Guess who's there?
I would put Dom Taberry at the Papa John's party camp and Mike Davis.
Double bam. Hi, guys.
Good morning, guys. How you doing? This is the Papa John's party camp, and what's funny is every time you've been about to come to us, the guy on the stage starts to talk. So we're hearing a lot of audio down here in the Columbus Commons.
And this is where it's all starting. We got about 14,000 folks who are going to be participating. They're coming here this morning, getting checked in. Here, come over here. Are you guys running? What are you doing? Huh?
We're medical volunteers.
Medical volunteers. Well, we need those, especially if Mike and I decide to do. I think they got a special event for us this year, the 3-block run.
Dom and I saw a special cart go by and said, we'll just ride on that. Yeah. That'd be great.
But everybody's coming here. They're checking in, and then they're going to go up to the start line. And then when they get done with that, when the race is over, this is where you want to be.
It's Party Central. There's a VIP area. There's all sorts of neat things down here. And we were told earlier that the runners, they're everyone we've talked to very happy that it's kind of cool and gray out this morning. Good running weather.
It is great running weather because you like it this temperature. You want it cool because when you're running, you won't be able to get too hot, so it's perfect. This is what they want.
And I heard Scott mention Tracy Townsend, saw her walk by this morning on her way to the race. Hogan's going to be all cameraed up. So this is very exciting down here, and it looks like everybody's getting ready to go, and it's certainly gotten busy getting ready for that national championship run. And Dom, you've corralled someone again.
We're live. Now you're running with the half?
Yes.
How long will it take you?
We're hoping around 2 hours, maybe probably a little bit more.
About 2 hours, and give a shout out. What is your name?
Bridget O'Brien.
Any shout out?
Mom and Dad are probably watching.
All right, Mom and Dad, there you go. Shout
Good
out
luck,
from
Bridget.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's very exciting. So again, great day down here. It's not raining yet. We're keeping an eye on that for you, and it's a little cool, and the runners say they're just fine with that.
All right, let's run back to what Jerry and Kristen.
All right.
This is the first time it's been televised ever.
First time it's been televised ever. 14,000 runners.
Right.
And, they're over down at the Columbus Commons. And did you know every runner is going to get a slice of pizza at the end of the run? That's 14,000 slices of pizza. 2,000 hot pizzas.
They're supposed to be hot. And beyond that, there's some big prize money. There's like $90,000+ in prize money.
Yeah.
The top male and female finishers get $12,000 plus a watch and a ring.
Yeah. And just the benefit of being able to say, I won a national championship.
National championship in Columbus,
right here.
Ohio.
Yes.
Lots more coming your way. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Well, rise and shine. It's a big day for 10 TV as we cover the Capital City Half Marathon. That also means you're going to see a lot of traffic delays as you make your way out there to cheer on someone that you love. So don't forget, a portion of South High Street is closed. East Town Street, South State Street, and South Front Street. Kicking off at 8 a.m. will be that half marathon on South Front Street and West Town Street. Now, your best bet for parking, if you want to head out that way right now, is going to be 3rd Street at the underground parking lot. Your second best bet this morning will be the main garage, which is East Ridge Street. That's going to cost you $5 to park. And if you're headed out, though, your stress-free option really is going to be able to take COTA. You can also carpool. So our traffic team, we're going to continue to update you throughout the race. But now let's go back to Jerry and Kristen and find out exactly what's going on this morning.
All right, welcome back to Race Central here at Town in Front. And David Babner, the race director, is here with us this morning. First of all, good morning and congratulations. You started this thing.
I did. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on it. And what an awesome morning this is in Columbus.
We're very fortunate.
When we started it back in 2004, we had just under 3,000 people. Our goal was always to make it the best tour of Columbus on 2 feet. And we've been able to do that and build that over the years. And with your help and the help of all of our other partners, we have almost 14,000 people here today.
That's huge. And to have a national championship within the marathon, that is a real feather in Columbus's cap, isn't it?
With the partnership we have with the Greater Columbus Sports Commission and the city and the county and everybody to do that, it was a big lift. We did it back in 2012. We won the bid. We've been building on it we're working on it for the last 4 or 5 years, and now here we are. It's right behind us. We're going to have about 125 of the world's best athletes right here in Columbus, competing for a bunch of prize money, national championship rings for the first time. First time anybody's ever awarded national championship rings, and a watch, diamond seller watch for everybody.
That's
so really
a major
cool.
bling.
Yeah, lots of bling.
What made you decide to do that here, and what does it do for the community, this race, this marathon?
We've been all about celebrating the active, healthy lifestyle. Huge local event, bring the community out. We just want you to come out and celebrate, whether it's in a Commit to Be Fit 5K or the quarter marathon or the half marathon. This gives this event and this city regional and national exposure, and that's what we want. So we wanted to just make this thing, we wanted to give this event as much national exposure as we could. And this is it. I mean, look at there's a lot of prestige having this event here.
So you have 14,000 runners. Where do you see it 10 years from now?
I want to go to 25,000.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want 25,000 people right here.
Make it a major destination.
Absolutely.
David Babner, race director, thanks so much for being with us today.
Well, thanks.
We'll be with you throughout the morning. Let's go to Angela Ann now. Hey, Angela.
Guys, so many different reasons why people are running today, whether it's to maybe get back in shape or for some it's to qualify for another race. Everyone has their own personal goals. And we caught up with one runner whose journey could have easily gone astray but it didn't.
And they say New York City here.
Running was never part of Rhonda Dixon's plan. But her doctor told her 280 pounds on a 5'4" woman was not healthy.
I was at risk for heart disease, stroke, a number of things.
Rhonda started taking medication for diabetes and high blood pressure, but her real wake-up call came when Rhonda's brother, Rick, died from a form of lymphoma.
And I decided that he would have anything to have the opportunity to make his health better. So the first thing that I did was to quit smoking.
After years of taking care of others as a nurse, Rhonda decided it was time to take care of herself by running 30 seconds at a time, because that's all Rhonda's out-of-shape body could handle.
So I just made the decision to start taking things one choice at a time and one day at a time.
In May 2012, Rhonda completed her first half marathon, the Cap City. She was part of team in training for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Do you think your brother was speaking to you?
Absolutely, I do. I had t-shirts made up with his picture, and I had on my arm, I put, "I run for Rick." It was very difficult, but I made it through.
He was with you every step of that way?
Yes, he was.
When you crossed that finish line,
never in my wildest dreams did I think that I could do something like that.
But she did. And she hasn't stopped in 4 years. Rhonda laced up for 13 half marathons, 2 full marathons, 5 triathlons, and 4 duathlons. In the process, she lost 130 pounds. And in November, she qualified and ran the coveted New York City Marathon.
It was absolutely the race of my lifetime. I was at the pinnacle, I really was. Everything was perfect. And on the morning of December the 3rd, 2015, everything changed in an instant. I love to run outdoors. On my way back in front of the post office at Henderson and High, I was hit by a truck. I was hit in the face and I was thrown about 8 feet, and I landed on my right shoulder.
The hit knocked Rhonda completely off her game. Months after surgery, her recovery process is still painful.
There are good days and there are very bad days still. But my motivation is to complete Cap City this year. It's a very special race for me because it was my first.
Rhonda has yet to return to running on city streets. But much like how she started this journey years ago,
what got me there was I decided that I was worth fighting for. I'm going to do whatever it takes to cross that finish line on April the 30th.
Where do we want him? What camera are we going to use, and where do we want him?
And guess who we have with us here this morning? Rhonda Dixon, are you ready for this?
Hi, good morning. I'm very ready, very excited.
And your health, how are you today?
My health is good, other than still some shoulder issues, but otherwise okay.
All right, and you've got your support here with you. Your parents are watching.
Yes, hi, Mom, Dad, Whitney, and Carson. Love you all.
And she's ready to get back on the streets. I'm going to give you a hug.
Thanks.
Ship you on your way. Good luck to you. Good luck to all the thousands of runners who are out there with us today. Keep it here to 10 TV. We've got more live coverage from Cap City Half Marathon here in downtown Columbus.
All right, we're watching the runners come into the area here today. 7:55 is going to be the step off for the elite folks. Yeah. And then 8 a.m., 14,000 folks in stages will start running.
You know, when we got here this morning at about 6 a.m., it was empty. What we have now is this steady stream of runners coming in. Yeah. They're in the corrals behind us, ready to take off in the Ohio Health Cap City Half Marathon. Super exciting.
It really is great. And we've got the Patron Quarter Marathon, and then we've got whatever that is, the Quarter Marathon, and then the 5,000. I need to get out of this. Let's go to Jeff Hogan
and Nick Foligno.
Hey, help is on the way, Jerry. No worries here. Let me tell you, I've got Nick Foligno, the captain of the Blue Jackets, okay, wearing a different cap today because you are the honorary race director. That comes with some duties and some pressure, right?
Absolutely. No, I'm excited to be here. This is unbelievable to see the people and how excited they are for just being healthy and getting out there and supporting such great causes. So it's an honor to be a part of today.
Well, the amount of people here we could fit in Nationwide Arena, okay, to cheer them on, and that's what they do all season for you. Flip the script a little bit. Now you're out here cheering for these people.
I love it. I mean, you know what? We have some of the best sports fans, hockey fans here in Columbus, and to be able to kind of cheer them on now and to show my support for what they're doing to try and make a difference is a great feeling. So I'm enjoying every minute of it. I'm going to try and get to know as many people as I can and just really cheer them on for a big day.
And you brought your cannon. Man, you brought the cannon.
That thing was hard to lug here, man. You should have seen me. It was like a training workout today. So we got it here. It should be pretty loud, and as everyone knows, it's a great thing, I think, to kick this thing off, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the time. I appreciate it. We're going to hear more about your story and your connection with Ohio Health just a little bit later in the show. Meantime, we're going to step aside here for just a minute. We'll be back with more race coverage here from downtown Columbus.
Welcome back to the 13th annual Ohio Health Cap City Half Marathon. And when you think about what's happening this morning, you have thousands of people who are going to be running 13.1 miles if they're doing the half. That's a pretty incredible thing. That takes commitment. That takes training. And you know what? People are here. People are ready to go. It's been months in the making.
Right, and a quarter marathon and the 5K, the Commit to Be Fit 5K as well. All these runners and walkers today. Social media is a big deal today, so we want to give you a couple hashtags that you can use to send along some encouraging tweets. Hashtag CapCityHalf, hashtag 10TV. Use those throughout the morning. We're going to be live streaming this as well, so if you have to leave TV, you can take us with you on your cell phone.
And even if it's saying something as simple as "Go Runners,"
go Runners.
Having run a couple of these, you need the encouragement at some points along the route.
You really do. And perfect weather for this today. It's going to be dry, a little cool. The rain's going to hold off. That's going to be really good. Let's toss out now to Dom and Mike. Hey, guys.
Hey,
good morning.
And we are coming to you from the Commons and the Papa John's
Party Cam.
I love that. And you know what? Everyone here is getting ready to go. You know, you talk about getting ready for the race. Well, they're taking in some nutrition, they're taking in some water, and then they're heading over to their corrals.
Right.
And getting ready. They told us there's no corral for us, my friend.
Well, there's just not one that can contain us. They're marshaling the troops down here. They're getting ready. The start of the race is back up here. A couple of big signs, so people now migrating that way. In fact, I bet when you come back to us, it's going to be a lot quieter out here because they're getting ready. 14,000 people expected here today.
Yeah,
National
it all
Championship.
starts right here. Everyone's checking in. Everyone is taking care of their business and putting their stuff, and then they'll come
Carving
here
up and
after the race, and there'll be a big party here.
Oh yeah, they're already talking
pizza.
about
Papa
that.
John's is here, and I can smell that pizza already, my friend.
Yeah, very good. That's why we're on the party cam. This will be a party when the race is done. It'll go by very, very quickly.
We're going to bring this nice lady in here real quick. Now
Getting
you're
ready
gonna
to
be
run.
running the half?
Yes, I am.
What are you going to do it in?
Slow.
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 Shout out, everyone. Give us your name.
Kelly.
Kelly, all right, good luck.
Good luck, Kelly.
All right, that's it, huh, Mike? Let's throw it back to you guys.
And Kelly there looked too good to be running a half marathon. She looked great.
She's really fit and ready to go. There's a lot of people out here that are looking the same way this morning.
Yeah.
And the crowd is starting to build. We're about 25 minutes away from the start of this race. And
we're going to be starting with the elites, right?
That's right.
Starting
elites,
with the elite runners, and then
8
everybody
o'clock,
follows.
Everybody else. It's going to be a scene.
Yeah.
We're going to have it for you. We'll be right back.
I run because of all of them. Running is the best way to hang out with people that I love. We're all doing the same thing. We're out getting exercise, just being together, celebrating life amongst each other, and just seeing people achieve their dreams and just seeing the pride of achieving that dream is exactly why I run.
And that's what I love about this event, Jerry. Everybody has a story. Every runner,
14,000 stories today.
Yeah.
Chris Bradley's got the forecast for this great marathon, half marathon today. Chris?
Hey, so far so good. The rain is holding off. I want to get you right over to live Doppler 10 radar. We've been watching the radar closely here all morning for you. And we've got showers west back around Indianapolis to Cincinnati. The rain will be coming later today. Once it gets in here, it's going to last for several hours. There could be pockets of heavy rain and even the threat for some thunder and lightning. But it comes in, arrives between noon and 2 p.m. So that bodes well for us. It's chilly if you're just out here watching like we are. I wish I was running. You'd stay warm and probably enjoy the temperature, which right now is 45. Here is your race forecast. The race beginning here in about 20 minutes. We are looking at clouds. The temperature will be in the middle to upper 40s. Speaking of clouds, we are live here right now, and you can see the deck of clouds overhead. Well, for one thing, the ceiling has come down to under 1,000 feet. It's at 800 feet, and so that means we've had to land Chopper 10. We're hoping to get some aerial shots around here. Maybe if we get a little bit more wind, we'll mix up the atmosphere some, but we may be looking at it from the ground and not from the air. Simply because the clouds are too low. Hey, we are at mile marker 8. The racers will be coming this way, kind of the opposite way on 4th Street. The band right over here is getting all set up. And right behind me here, our friends from Ohio Health making signs to cheer everybody on for what will be a great half marathon here in Columbus. Kristen, Jerry, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot. Couldn't ask for better weather. Thanks a lot, Chris. Appreciate that.
So true. And we have our team spread out all along the route.
We do.
We're going to go over to Scott Light now, who is in the OSU area, mile marker 4.5 roughly, and it's a sign-making station, right, Scott?
That is exactly right, Kristen, and it's waking up here a little bit. We are at the Ohio Health Make a Sign station, so there it is. All right, we are cheering Brandy on as well, and we've got a few other signs over there. Coming up in a few minutes, I am going to be joined here on the corner by Ridgeview Middle School by the band. So yeah, things are really starting to wake up here. Now, I gotta tell you, does it sound impressive if I tell you I did the route the other day and then I was back at the 10 TV, back at the TV station by noon? That sounds impressive, but I mostly did it on 4 wheels and just a little bit of 2 feet. So here's what we did. We went around to several milestones of this route and we wanted to show it to you, but in order to put this together in under 2 minutes, yeah, we got to speed up the video. So take a look. You can see the whole course in less than 2 minutes.
Let's motor ahead to give you a good look at some of the highlights of this race course. Here on Vine Street is our first marathon refueling station. Hydration's key for the athletes. Moving on through Grandview towards the OSU campus, we come to mile marker number 5. It is going to get loud here along Lane Avenue because this is an official Panera viewing location and also an Ohio Health spectator and sign making zone. Lots of cheering fans here, and this could be a good location to bring the kids to watch the half marathon. Let's head through the University District south on High for more race highlights. So now we're in the short north at Star Avenue and High Street. This is near mile marker 7. And this is also where the half marathoners will join up with the quarter marathoners. And this place will be really crowded, lots of cheering fans. This place will be hopping. It's time to start making our way downtown. This is mile marker 8 at 4th and Long Street. This spot will also be rocking too, with live music to keep those runners pumped. Let's fast forward toward mile marker number 10. The quarter marathoners and 5K runners have already turned back towards downtown. As for the half marathoners, they're going to come running right through here, Schiller Park, with 3 miles to go. Sprinting toward the finish, our runners have not 1 but 2 bridges to cross to bring them closer to the finish line.
All right, there you go. That's how you do 13.1 miles in less than 2 minutes. You get a lot of help from one of our news vehicles. There you see our sign. Of course, we are going to be really rooting on our very own Tracy Townsend. She's going to come by here. We're going to try to flag her down. We've told her that we're going to try to put her on live TV as she is running this half marathon. And you know what? She's just going to absolutely kill it. She's been training for a good long time. She's really been looking forward to this. She's running with her sister today, so we can't wait to see the two of them. And of course, the thousands who are going to come running here along Lane Avenue. This is between mile marker 4 and 5. And our little street corner here is starting to pick up. We've got a sign making station here, and those are the middle schoolers from Ridgeview Middle. And so they're going to fire up the band here in just a little bit. So a lot happening out here at mile marker, at 4.5 mile marker here on the Cap City Half Marathon race route. With that, Jerry, Kristen, we'll send it back to you two.
All right, thanks a lot. We have a very special guest here on the stage, the mayor of the city of Columbus, Andrew Ginther. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Welcome.
Absolutely.
You
What
got
a
to be
great day.
completely excited about it, huh?
Oh, this is fantastic for our great city, being the center of the running world this weekend. It's the first time we've ever hosted the national championships for the half marathon, and this event continues to get better and better each year.
And our sporting event profile is just really growing. It's not just this event. We have so many other things going on in Columbus.
That's right. Our secret weapon is Linda Logan, a dynamo at the Columbus Sports Commission. She's not so much a secret anymore, but working with great partners like David Babner, who puts on the Cap City Half Marathon, and great events throughout our city's calendar. But this weekend's special, $7.6 million economic impact through this event. So we're really excited.
And the bonus is the health benefit for the whole city, right?
Absolutely. I've run in this race twice, a little slower than these elite runners that are going to be running today. But I ran it and completed it, and that's all part of trying to improve and increase healthy lifestyles here in Central Ohio.
So, Mr. Mayor, having run this, what are your words of encouragement for the 14,000 plus runners who are out there this morning?
You know, we're blessed with runners and walkers from all different perspectives and different training levels, and I say have fun, stay hydrated, take care of yourself, and have the race of your life.
The race of your life in America's opportunity city, right?
That's right. That's right.
I like that phrase. Mayor, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Have fun today.
I will. Thank you.
Let's send it out to Dom and Mike. Hey, guys.
All right, we're back at the Papa John's party, Cameron. I got Dom Tiberi with me, and Dom, wherever you go, you attract a crowd of Buckeyes.
Yeah, look at
Check this out. Check this bunch out.
Jay-Z, Justin Zwick, Ryan Miller, the former 10-teamer, and there's Craig Krenzel, of course, led the Bucks to the national title. You all running a half marathon, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the plan.
Yeah,
that's
going to finish.
Yeah, that's the game plan.
I mean, we've trained for it, although my man looks, look at his gear. He looks like Allen Iverson.
I'm out here.
Oh, no.
Dom. That's how much I want to make this happen.
All I can say is, where'd you get those shoes?
Yeah, look at Ryan's shoes. You got to love those.
Yeah. I'm just trying to blend in with
How's that working for you?
Goodness.
Yeah, not so well.
So Dom can see me out on the course. You know, this is live on 10 TV, so I'm jacked up. I can't believe it. If you haven't had a chance to register and run in a live race like this, I don't know what you're thinking. Maybe you got to get registered next year.
I may be in a wagon. You pull me, okay?
I thought you're my pace guy, aren't you, Dom?
There you go.
All right, so good to see you guys. Best of luck in the race. Go Bucks. And again, we'll be back with more race coverage coming up right after this.
All right, it is starting to fill in. People are swarming this downtown area now. You can feel the excitement of it all.
You can definitely feel the energy, and what's so fun about this is people are streaming by, they're waving, they're saying hi. You can tell they're excited to run the half marathon, the quarter marathon, and the 5K.
And the 5K. And all of it live on television for the first time in the history of this half marathon. It's a great, great event. Let's go now to Jeff Hogan. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, thanks, guys. Angela Ann mentioned something earlier about people running for all different types of reasons. Well, some run because we can, but others are not deterred from running just because they can't. And I'll show you what I mean in this Ohio Health in their shoes.
Here we go.
Scott Kirkland leads his team on a training run. After getting a push last year to do the quarter marathon, he's upped his game and his fame this year.
I am excited that more people are coming up and introducing themselves to me, and seeing new and old friends.
Through fundraising and volunteers from Goodwill Columbus, Scott's team has grown into an army, and he's a very persuasive captain.
Without Scott, would you be running a half marathon?
Oh, heck no. Not at all.
Christina Costello was there for the first push last year, and this year will do her first half marathon.
Just another day for you chasing Scott, right?
Yeah, really. The faster he goes, the happier he is. I just follow.
I think of myself as a leader. I have been excited about making and meeting new friends that have heard my story. I am happy to challenge new people to meet their goals and dreams.
What's this guy's name? I haven't met this guy.
Ben Smith is ready to chase his dream. He's part racer, part Romeo.
I love you. You know, I've noticed that your whole team is made up of women.
Cruising the open trail is something these guys probably never thought possible, but attitude and enthusiasm can go a long way. All the way, in fact, to the finish line.
What do you think of this running thing? You like it?
I like it more.
More running?
Yeah. Again.
It makes me proud and happy for people coming together as a team of people with disabilities and without disabilities to chase their dreams.
Today, the chase continues.
Let's go, Scott's Army!
Yeah, and just like that, Scott's Army has grown, it looks like. Holy smokes. Now this is an army we got going on here, folks. So you guys, hey, remember Ben from the story, right? You remember Scott, of course, from the story. You remember Christina from the story. Oh, hey, let me show you something here real quick. Scott and I have the same shoes for today's race. Yeah, Scotty, we're going to be fast today, buddy. Hey, Ben, you ready for this?
I love you.
I love you too, buddy. I've been waiting all morning to hear that. Brian McCarty, this is kind of your brainchild here. You started this last year with all the good folks from Goodwill. What does it mean to come to the line here and do this again today?
It's exciting. This is amazing. This has been a lot of work to put this together, but this is it's exciting, very exciting.
A guy like Scott, you see him around the building throughout the year. What brightens his day most?
People talking to him, going up and talking to him, asking how the race is coming, training's coming. That definitely brightens his day.
It's a great thing what you've done here. Let me take a look at that sign. Scott's Army, ready to go, guys. They're in full force. They're ready to go. Scott's Army. All right, guys. We're going to step aside here for the Ohio Health Capital City Half Marathon coverage. We'll be back with more right after this.
Got it. Who do I toss back?
All right, we're here at the starting line for this great half marathon this morning, and you can feel the energy building in this place.
The 13th annual Ohio Health Cap City Marathon.
Yeah.
And we want to welcome you to this first ever coverage. We are so proud to be able to bring this
live
to people. Yeah, if you can't be here, you can be here because we're televising
That's right,
it, which
all the
is
way
awesome.
through to 9:30
Yeah.
this morning. Let's go to the Columbus Commons area now with Angela Ann. She's got a special guest. Hey, Angela.
I do, guys. This is the guy everyone loves to see but really doesn't want to see on race day because Dr. Darren Bright is with the Ohio Health Medical Tent. I say that lovingly because you're high-fiving all these people as we walk down here. A lot of them probably your patients.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun to see so many people that we've tried to help along the way to get to such an exciting event and to see them out here on race day doing something good for their health, promoting a healthy lifestyle.
And that's really the mission of Ohio Health. I mean, the medical tent is there if there are injuries, but you're all about promoting that healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely. We just hope that people can have fun today, go out and enjoy a day that is really pretty special for Columbus, special for Ohio Health, and we're really excited to be a part of the event today.
So as our runners are stretching, real quick, how many people do you guys see on a typical race day? What kind of injuries?
Yeah, we'll see probably 200 people. Most of it pretty minor stuff, aches, pains, strains, stuff like that. But we do get occasional collapses that we're just trying to help people get the blood back to their brain and walk out of our medical tent and back to their family.
Rehydrate too, right?
Absolutely, definitely encouraging that today.
All right, Dr. Bright, thank you so much for being here. You're going to have a busy day.
Thanks a lot.
Then we get to celebrate when the race is over, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, sounds good. Back to you guys.
And the celebration afterward is so worth it. There's going to be a party at the Commons.
Right.
Every single runner is going to get a slice of pizza.
Hot
if you can
pizza.
imagine that. Hot pizza. That's what they're promising. And you know what? We have some of our elite runners on the screen. These are the people who are really, they're competing here today. They're competing for $12,100 in prize money, men and women, a ring, a watch.
And national championship bragging rights, because
Yes.
this is a national championship half marathon. 200 of the best men and women long-distance runners in the entire country.
And Columbus is home to that this year and next year.
That's right.
Which is really special.
And it's also home to a very special Olympian who we're going to bring to you when we come back.
We'll see you in a minute. Welcome back to 10 TV's coverage of the Ohio Health Capital City Half Marathon, and we are so pleased to welcome Stephanie Hightower, an OSU alum, an incredible athlete, and you're the president of the USA Track and Field.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's so good to be here.
This is a big deal to host this national championship. Why is that?
Well, you know what? We really pride ourselves at USA Track and Field of really hosting those events where not only can we bring in our great elite athletes and have them have great performances, but to really be able to sell our sport. And when you look at this crowd and all of the people here, this is about running, this is about fitness, you know, and it's just about how wonderful Columbus is. So this is really huge. I'm so proud. Been the president for 8 years, to be able to, in my final year, say that my town, my city is hosting such an incredible event just gives me, you know, not a pride and joy and just big bragging rights when I do my last speech, you know, at our annual meeting this year.
Well, you've got a lot of bragging rights because you've been a star in track and field your whole career. I mean, you're starting from Ohio State all the way through the Olympics.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this is a great, big Olympic year as well. We're getting ready for Rio. So this is just one of the other lead-ups to really help our athletes just really get pumped, get psyched, and really have some really great performances to get us ready to win lots of medals.
You have that competitive experience, so what are the elite runners thinking right now?
Just, you know what, how I am going to get through that finish line so that you know that they are very focused. You know, this is, you know, marathons are tactical races more so than what people really understand. And so really making sure that you've done what you're supposed to do and you're pacing yourself the way you need to pace yourself so that you can tactically finish in a good time. And again, some of these runners have already ran in the trials, and so they're, you know, just doing this to get ready for Rio. So, you know, it's just going to be a great tactical race. We have some really great athletes here. There's going to be some huge performances. I can feel it.
Stephanie Hightower, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Our Olympic star.
Yes.
We'll be right back. All right, we're getting ready for the start of the race. 7:55 is when the elite step off.
And
200 of the best long-distance runners in the country competing for a national championship.
We just had a special moment, the national anthem. Everybody stopped, paused, listened. It was sung beautifully, and now we're ready to run. Just about ready to run.
And you see the pictures of those folks that are lined up. These are really fit, ready to go people. Folks that have been All right, we're going to watch this step off.
Here's the step off of the national championship, and of course, the half marathon.
This is fantastic. We're going to do something special here, Stephanie. We're not going to use an air horn. We're not going to use a cannon. We're going to have 14,000 people, and the other 30,000 folks, we're going to count them down from 10 to 1 with a go. You and I are going to do that, all right? We're going to knock that down. Is my course ready? My elite athletes are ready? Is the city of Columbus ready? We're counting 10 to 1, and then everybody's yelling, go. This is the first time we've ever had the national championships in Columbus. Let's make this happen. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Hey!
And they are off.
They are off, and as Jeff was saying all morning, if you blink, you're going to miss them. These people are fast. These, of course, are the elite runners, and they take off in a pack. But before long, we're going to see who leads the pack.
That's right. There's 14,000 runners ready to do just the same thing, but they all go in stages. It's a very orderly step off here this morning. They're from all over the country.
They are from all over the country. One of the major training centers, though, in California because of altitude. We learned that a little earlier. The altitude makes them adaptable to just about any running environment, and they want to be able to tackle just about any running environment.
Yeah, that's right. We've got a color commentator here today that is a record holder in his own way. All right, we're going to take a look at the pace car camera right now. Let's take a look at that. This is ahead of all of these runners. It's going to give you a great vantage point shot of them as they jockey for position and decide how they're going to strategically run this race.
And the thing about covering a race like this, you have to have camera positions all along the route, and then we have this pace car camera which allows us to get in front of the runners and be able to show you every step of the race. That's what makes this coverage so interesting. I think we can follow every moment of it.
You really can, and they're going to wind their way down through the Arena District and head north along Old Intenji, go across Lane Avenue, and then start coming down High Street and winding through German Village, and right about a block from where we are, they're going to finish up.
The Columbus Commons, yes, on High Street, absolutely. And that's where the real celebration is going to be. I do believe we're going to be going to a break.
We're going to be breaking, and another group is going to be stepping off here in a little bit. Stay with us.
Welcome back to our coverage of the 10 TV Cap. Well, it's not the 10 TV Cap City Marathon, but it's 10 TV's coverage of the Ohio Health Cap City Marathon. And if you're just joining us, we just sent the elite runners off. They are off and running very fast, I might add.
That's right. And we've got another wave that's just getting ready to step off now. So let's go over to Jeff Hogan now for more on that.
All right,
Jeff,
so we are going on the cannon.
Hey, they just came over to us live for this televised start here on 10 TV. David Babner is with us. Why don't you get this party started here?
We got to get this party started. You ready? We're going on the cannon. Let's get this thing fired up. City of Columbus, you ready to go? The 13th annual Ohio Health Capital City Half Marathon. We're rolling. On the cannon. You get ready.
Going to let this cannon rip here. We got Nick
we're ready.
Foligno
We're going to get Nick Foligno's here, honorary race director, Stephanie Hightower. Have fun, guys. There you go, baby.
Let him rip. There it goes, guys.
Where's Nick Foligno? How about that?
That sounds so good. I love that sound. I love that sound.
We're going to hear a lot of that next year, baby.
This is a fantastic way to start your day, folks.
Hey, did it make you jump? The cannon made me jump. I knew it was coming, but it still made me jump. Look at that steady stream of runners. 14,000 people running the streets of Columbus, winding their way around town. This is such an exciting morning for this city.
It is a great morning for this city, and we are fortunate to have somebody who knows a lot about running with us today.
Sure does.
Josh Cox. He's a 50K American record holder or 4-time Olympic marathon trials qualifier. We appreciate you coming out here today. Tell us about your impressions about this race, what we're doing in Columbus today.
Well, it's really fantastic. It's a pleasure to be here, and David Babner and his crew, Columbus Sports Commission, have done a A-plus top-notch job. This is up there with any of the races that I've been to, World Marathon Majors, any of the national championships, Olympic trials. You guys have put on a great show, and we have a show for the folks at home. U.S. National Championship on the line, and we have Olympians out there pounding the pavement. We have national champions out there trying to get another national crown. Very, very competitive field we've assembled here today, and we'll see how it all shakes out. It's going to be a good one.
You're a professional runner for 13 years, so you know what it takes to get through one of these and get through it well. When we're talking about the men, the men are going to finish in how quick of a time?
Just over 101, 102.
Wow.
You know, depending on the wind. The temperatures are great. We're bundled up. We're a little bit cold, but that's actually perfect for the runners out there. So. A lot of these runners are coming off the U.S. Olympic Marathon trials in February in L.A., which was a hot one or a tough one. So there's a lot of unknowns right now with their fitness levels. We do have some really fast runners, some track runners that are moving up in distance, and this is really the meeting point for the track runners. And it is. And the synergy is going to be great out there today, and we'll see how it all plays out. It's going to be good.
Yeah, you got a couple of hundred of elites, but you've got 14,000 everyday people out here, too. So tell me about what the experience is like for them.
Getting out here and, you know, a half marathon, whether it's a half marathon, a 5K, 10K, the biggest thing is getting out and being healthy. And Ohio Health has done a great job stepping in and being the title sponsor here, and just getting out here and really enjoying the community of running and having your training partners and people that that alarm goes off at 5 in the morning and you're getting out of bed when you don't want to, and you're meeting them on the corner and you're going for your runs and you're doing your intervals and you're doing your long runs, and it all culminates here.
And we've got some more folks stepping off right now, right?
More people stepping off, and the elites are well ahead of the pack by now. When we talk about their training, Josh, how many hours a week are they training for a race like this?
Typically, these pros are training twice a day, every day, save for Sunday when they typically do their long run, and some of them even run twice on Sunday. So we're looking at anywhere from 100 miles a week up to some of the guys in here are running 150 miles a week. So 140 is 20 miles a day. So do the math. It's a lot of running, a lot of times out there on the.
I'm lucky if I get that in a year.
Don't even drive that far, right?
I know. My goodness.
That's a lot of commitment. And we'll get back to that in a moment. But let's go over to Dave Holmes now. He's running that cam. Talk to us about that, Dave.
Hey there, Jerry. We just turned right on Olentangy River Road, actually a place you know quite well, next to the 10 TV studios. Give you an idea of the pace we have so far. We're coming up on the second mile marker here in the next minute or so. The lead group went 4:47 on the first mile, setting a quick early pace here. It's a brisk morning, little uphill run here on Olentangy River Road. So 4:47 first mile split. Mile marker 2, I believe we are about to pass right now. Yeah, we're going by mile marker 2 right now at 9:24. So our lead group is going to come through there. Looks like they're going to hit just over 9:30 on their second mile split. Very fast pace early on for this group, guys.
So he is with the elite group of runners who, you're going to break it down for us, Josh. Who are we looking at and who are we looking for to break out?
Yeah, on the right side of the screen, that's Shadrach Biwat. He's a member of the A6 Mammoth Track Club, a very accomplished runner in his own right. He was a 4-time All-American at Oregon. Very, very quick athlete at the half marathon. 61:24 is his personal best. He set that in 2014. That was the second fastest time in the country that year. He is one of the athletes that's coming off the U.S. Olympic Marathon trials in February. So this is really a big test for him to see how training's been culminating. He did do a track race a couple weeks ago, so he's been working on his speed. Just to his right is Abdi Rahman, one of the most decorated athletes in the history of U.S. distance running. He's a 4-time Olympian, qualified 3 times in the 10,000 meter. He's run 2:08 for the full marathon. He did that at Chicago a few years back. He did not race in the Olympic trials in February due to an injury. He had a tweak. So we don't really know what kind of shape he's in, but we're going to find out.
What are these guys doing here? Are they kind of feeling each other out this early in the race?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you look right there, dead smack in the middle. That's Scott Fauble, and that's one of the track runners.
Sure.
He's a very accomplished athlete, and talking with his coach Ben Rosario, head coach of Hoka Northern Arizona Elite in Flagstaff, another altitude training group that's come here down to sea level to try and get a national title. Talking with Ben, he was just saying, get out there, and Scott, just get out there and compete, and let's just run this race and see what you have at the end.
And Josh, runners like to talk about a course. So what's this course like? Is it fast?
It's relatively flat. It's a very fair course. There's a few bumps, but I think we'll see a course record today.
All right.
Yes. Lots more coming your way as another wave of runners steps off.
Right behind us.
At the Ohio Health Cap City Half Marathon. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Ohio Health Cap City Half Marathon, downtown Columbus. Another wave of runners are stepping off even as we speak.
Yeah, you're looking live at the Hollywood Casino in the lead report camera. Those elite runners just making their way across the city. We're about 15 minutes into their race. Of course, all of the other runners have been leaving in waves. You see another wave behind us right now, actually.
That's right, and everybody's pumped for this. It was just a great feeling this morning watching everybody kind of swarm in here and step off.
Kind of in their zone.
Yeah.
know?
We're into the race. We've got Josh Cox with us today. Yeah. He's going to give us a lot of great commentary about this race. But let's go now down to Dom Tiberi. Hey, Dom, what do you got?
Columbus
hey,
Commons.
guys, I'm at the Commons and the Papa John's Party Cam. And we want to thank all of our sponsors for making this event possible. Shelley Laird with Varmint Guard. And why was it important for Varmint Guard to be involved in this?
Well, giving back to the community is really important for us. We have been a part of the community for 33 years, and so love, serve, care are our guiding principles, and it just made sense for us with Ohio Health and the foundation's commitment that we be a part of it.
And this is a community partnership, and you have other ones too.
Yeah, we do. We're really proud of the relationships we build with our clients, with our customers, and to serve the community. We work with the Columbus Blue Jackets Foundation, the Cleveland Browns Foundation, the 2nd and 7, the Columbus Zoo and their facilities and their promotions. We just love them very much.
And one of the fan favorites, Rocky Raccoon, is here. Shelley, thank you very much. Right now, let's throw it back to Jerry and Kristen.
And we're getting word that the elite runners are already at mile marker 3. They're putting it away.
Moving along. Josh, what do you think about that pace so far?
I think it looks pretty good. I'm waiting on a report for the 5K split here, but judging by their 2-mile split, it was around 9:30 or so. It's not really fast, and you can tell by the amount of guys that are still in that front pack. It's certainly not conservative, but it's not blazing either, so that it's going to play out well. The runners look to be feeling each other out at this point.
At about what time will you see people kind of break away, somebody break out of that pack?
You know, typically in a half marathon, around 10K, 6 miles to 8 miles, depending on how the athletes are feeling and how the guys up front are thinking they're going to be able to do.
And will it typically be decisive, or will there be a couple runners pushing each other?
Yeah, typically there's the instigator, we say, you know, in the pack. The guy that typically makes the first move is often the guy who makes the last move, because it's they're feeling good and they're feeling confident. Now again, it's they got to play their cards right, and going too early in a race like this can be a mistake, but you can see it there. When the pack is grouped up like that, you know that the pace is very manageable. What we're going to see when the move is made is it'll start to go to single file. And when the runners go to single file, you know that a move's being made. And so that's something to really keep an eye on. But right now you can see Craig Leone there on the left. He was really pivotal in helping David Babner get this course done. He came out here two years ago and kind of pressure tested the course, gave David a lot of feedback, championed 2 years ago. So he's back here trying to run well, and you can see the guys. And that's a great look at the pack. There's it's very strong, and it looks like Abdi coming through the tunnel there right out front, pushing the pace just a little bit. Just behind him is Scott McPherson. He was a 3-time All-American at Arkansas. Fantastic field we have assembled, and this is fun. This is going to be great.
This is totally fun, and we are still watching waves of everyday runners to our back here stepping off as well. So we've got sections of people continuing to step off today.
All in the name of running. We're going to be right back. Don't go away.
And welcome back to the Ohio Health Cap City Half Marathon. We are here watching this race progress. We're at mile marker 4.5 right now.
Yeah, and that's where Scott Light is. He's stationed there. Our team is spread out all along the route, but Scott is along mile marker 4.5. What do you see in there, Scott?
It is picking up out here, Kristen and Jerry. The crowd is building up, and you know what? Let me look down the street. I don't see any runners just yet. However, I'll step out of the way and take a little listen here to the Ridgeview Middle School Raiders. They are sounding great this morning, and you know what? When the runners come by and they hear that music, that is just a natural energy booster. So this is great that they are here. All right, I think we are going to put a map up. We've got this really cool animated map that shows you kind of some of the milestones of this particular race. So, as you heard Jerry and Kristen mention here, I'm on Lane Avenue. We are close to Woody Hayes Drive. So we're at a great spot here at the 4.5 mile mark. And you know what? I'm gonna have my photographer Dan turn around, because here comes the pace car, and we've got some exciting stuff happening here. So let me look at this crew coming. I mean, the front runners here are absolutely tearing up this pace as they're along Lane Avenue. Hey, Dave Holmes. And here come the front runners. That's just amazing to watch them come by at that kind of a pace. just tearing up Lane Avenue here. So they are heading up, and once they get up to mile marker 5, they're going to make that right turn on High Street and then start heading south through Short North, through downtown, and then start winding their way toward German Village, and then back up toward the finish line there at Columbus Commons. So, wow, I got to tell you, that was thrilling just watching these leaders come by. And you know what, Dan? If you would turn the camera that way, because we've got more runners right there. Just terrific that we've got some of the nation's best half marathoners here taking part in the Cap City Half Marathon. More runners making their way here on Lane Avenue. So again, we're at a great corner here with the Ridgeview Raiders. You can come here and make a sign as well for your favorite runner. We're also going to be looking for our very own Tracy Townsend, who's going to be running the race with her sister today. We'll be sure, and we're going to at least try to get her to join us just for a few seconds, interrupt her run just for a little bit, and then we'll let her go and continue on this same race course with 14,000 of her closest friends. With that, we'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you, Scott. And we're going to bring in Josh Cox again. We saw them round the corner at mile marker 4. Who's leading the pack?
Yeah, Scott Fauble and Abdi Abdirahman look to be pressing the pace right now. First 3 miles, I got some reports from the lead truck. 447, 447, 449 for 14:23 3-mile split. So those guys are moving out there, but it looks to be that first 3 miles they're still feeling each other out a little bit.
Facing themselves, maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, and Scott Fauble, you see him there on the left. He's a very, very talented guy, All-American at University of Portland. He just had a 43-second personal best at the 10K at the Stanford Invitational earlier this month, just a few weeks ago. So this pace is going to feel easy to him. I know that.
That's remarkable.
And he's one of the fortunate few that are not coming off the Olympic Trials Marathon. So his legs are fresh, and you can tell out there.
All right, he's looking good, as are the entire pack. And we're doing it live for you all the way through to 9:30. Let's go to Jeff Hogan now. Jeff, what do you got?
Well, dare I say there'll be a little slower pace from some of the folks who are coming out of the gate right now. Waiting in the wings right here as we take you back to the start line now. Boy, they're ripping around. They're picking them up, putting them down around this course, you know, past the 4.5-mile mark as we just saw. But you'll see many different shapes and sizes out here of all of these runners and many different paths to fitness as evidenced by this Ohio Health in their shoes.
It was time. It was time for me to do it.
Kevin Schroeder has thrown those words around before.
Because in the past, I've tried to do it by myself. I've tried to kind of do it secret, you know, kind of like thing, and I always fail.
You might recognize him better here as Dancing Kevin of Blue Jackets Jumbotron fame. He's now reducing his jumbo-sized frame in a very public way.
Like a beast today. I did it all for accountability on my Facebook page. Yeah. Boy, did I get accountability.
You got this no problem, right? All day, every day.
He also got a personal trainer and got serious.
Drive those legs.
Dr. Jack Skaggs asked Schroeder if he was ready to shed his larger-than-life persona.
You may not be the funny fat guy. You'll just be a funny thinner guy. And he says, I'm ready.
Running the Commit to Be Fit 5K is all part of the plan since just a few months ago, Schroeder got out of breath walking a flight of stairs.
I even noticed it dancing at the Jackets games where I couldn't dance as long as I could before. I have some pretty good moves, but I couldn't do the moves I normally could do.
But that wasn't the final straw. Family was.
I had a sister who had like 3 brain aneurysms and 2 strokes, so she's in a home. She kind of had a similar lifestyle as I did. She didn't really take care of herself, kind of.
Knowing he'd one day have to care for her, he started with himself.
I know that his effort and his heart is genuine. And I know that he wants to change, and he's dedicated.
Schroeder says that initial look in the mirror was painful. Pictures from pounds ago are now foreign to him. And perspiration has even turned to inspiration.
Get it up there. People say, hey, if this guy who's 350 pounds over here doing it, you know, I can get my butt up off the couch and go do something.
Kevin doesn't have a magic number for the weight he wants to lose, but there are some good indicators he's on the right path.
Just the other day, I got in my truck, and I had to move my seat up. That was a big deal.
Sit closer to the wheel.
Yeah, I had to get closer to the wheel.
75 pounds you lost. You never forget where you came from.
He also won't forget those who keep him accountable, those who shared similar stories that move and motivate.
And also, it's like you kind of take their story and like say, well, I don't want to let them down. Yeah. So, besides let myself down, but you know, I don't want to let them down. So it gives me strength. Gives me strength on her face. So keep those stories coming.
Keep those stories coming for Kevin as we bust a move right here. You said it in the story that you've got moves. We're seeing them now.
I got moves, man. I've been twerking. I've been Zumbaing. I'm good to go.
You've been doing everything it takes to lose 75 pounds so far in 12 weeks.
Yeah. I've been working hard. This guy's been working me really hard. I've been watching what I've been eating. I'm just putting the work in because I need to get better, and I feel great. I feel amazing.
You are getting better. You're taking another step today. Now, Nick Foligno, I know he's one of your guys, and he was one of the first guys from the Blue Jackets who signed your belly, okay? Yeah. Well, now he's got a smaller target, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing as it goes away.
Smaller font. He's going to need a smaller font.
Smaller font, yeah. And Dr. Skaggs, you told me Kevin's no different than a lot of people out there.
Kevin is no different than other people. We've had several people who've lost, 75 pounds or 100 pounds. It's all about commitment, and he's committed to getting healthier. So you have to think, do I have a choice? I can make a bad decision, eat bad, feel bad about it later, or not exercise. And when he does that, he says, it's like kind of, the devil on one side, angel on the other. Which one you choose? You have to feed them both, but which one are you going to feed more frequently? Hopefully you're feeding the angels, and that'll get you on a track to losing weight, getting healthy, and
all right, guys. Hey, we got a 5K to get started here in just a few minutes. All right, that's it from the start line for now. Back to you.
What a great conversation there. I don't think I've ever heard somebody say they were twerking and Zumbaing in the same sentence.
I'm telling you, it looks like running is a way to get fit.
Oh, gosh, certainly
along
is.
the way here, I'd like Josh Cox to chime in on that because it's really something to watch these people drop this weight.
Yeah, it is. It's not just about competing out here. We obviously have a great race up front, but it's really just about getting off the couch and getting out the door and being healthy.
And getting outside and seeing your city, I mean, that's what running does for folks.
All right, we've got a lot more coming your way from the Cap City Half Marathon.
Stay with us.
We are the 13-minute per mile run walk group, and we run because we like to be together and we're inspired by each other. And I know that I used to be over 300 pounds, and if I didn't have these guys, I wouldn't be here today. So, and we like the medals. We can't lie about that.
To be able to say you ran in the Ohio Health Cap City Half Marathon is a big deal.
And you know what? It's about starting a way of life, a healthier way of life. You don't have to run. You can walk. You just got to get moving, and that's what people are doing here today.
And we're watching them do it. Let's go to Dave Holmes now. Dave, where are you?
Jerry, we're traveling south on High Street. We just entered the short north. Our leaders are coming up on mile marker 7 here in a minute. Right now, I would be distracted and stop at one of the fine dining establishments here. These guys seem more focused than I would be, though. They're going at a good pace. We have a couple of Scots battling in the lead. Scott McPherson, Scott Fauble have been trading back and forth here over the last couple of minutes. The pace seems to be consistent, 4:45 to 4:50 for every single mile. They haven't slowed up yet. I'm told this weather's great. It's a little brisk when you're in the back of a pickup truck, but perfect weather for running so far. Let's take another look at the pack back here, being led by these bicyclists as we go through the short north. We're just on the corner of Price Avenue and North High Street. Quick pace here so far, guys. We'll check back in a little bit.
All right, Dave, thanks so much. And we have a numbers update with Josh Cox. What can you tell us? They've hit the pad.
Yeah, they have. They crossed the 5-mile mat. The men crossed in 24:14, large pack as we've seen, but I really wanted to give an update on the women's race since camera's down there. Desiree Linden, our Rio Olympian, that's going to be pounding the pavement on the streets of Rio this summer in the Olympics. She's leading the charge with Tara Welling, Brianne Nelson, Janet Balcom, a 2012 Olympian, and Lindsay Flanagan right on her heels. So we have a hot hotly contested race on the women's side too.
This is a good tune-up for them, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Getting ready for the Olympics.
But we have to keep in mind, we were talking to you yesterday about this, they have to take a day off for every mile they run, correct?
A day of recovery.
A day of recovery.
So not maybe not completely off, but some easy running for sure.
All right, so we're going to keep you updated on all of the runners, men, women, the elites, and then, of course, everybody running all of the other races. This is the 13th annual Ohio Health Cap City Half Marathon. We will be right back.
Welcome back. Jeff Hogan's getting ready to start our 5K. Take it away, Jeff.
All right, can you guys see or hear Jeff Hogan here behind me? I don't know if you guys can see or hear Jeff Hogan here.
Hey, can we start the 5K?
He's getting ready to start the 5K.
We're going to start
You
this
can see him
one
getting the
live
crowd
on TV
excited.
as well.
And Jeff is actually
Hogan's in
holding the
front.
gimbal cam, which is a live camera that he's going to run with. Right,
All
Mr.
where's the air
Hogan?
horn? I want you, Mr. Harden.
I don't know if he
take
can
that?
hear me. The
I'm
crowd is
giving
pretty
that to
pumped
you.
up here.
Matt, will you give Mr.
Mike
Burris the
Davis is
microphone?
here
I'm
with
going
us
down
as
there for
well.
this
And
one.
Mike, I mean, look at Jeff. Only Jeff Hogan can run in neon and a gimbal.
And he's the only one facing the wrong direction at the moment, which is hopefully he'll turn
All
around.
right,
His
Mr.
wife
Hogan.
Jeannie right there in
Look
front
at
with
that.
him.
You
So
got the
this
gimbal
ought to be very
camera.
exciting. This is going to be great to see. It looks like the Olympic torch, you know?
It does. All right, so he's there with David Babner. And it looks like they're going to kick it off.
Selfie style.
I think we're almost ready to go. I got to wait for my announcement down there. I think we're about 1.5 minutes away.
1.5 minutes, but my production crew's saying, let's get this party started.
Oh, well, we need to get the party started then.
Whatever we need to do, but you need to let them clear a certain spot.
I do. I need to let them clear a little bit, just a little bit.
It's because the rest of the race has to clear out. That's why.
Where's Jeannie Hogan at? I see her out front. How are you ready to go?
All right,
Hey, Jeff, we got
the 5K. And
The 10 TV Commit to Be Fit 5K.
That's right, and
yeah.
he's run most of them.
Yeah.
And so, Josh, this is sort of an everyman sort of event, right?
It really is. 14,000 people coming out here to pound the pavement, and it's a bucket list event for a lot of these folks. You know, for some of them, it's an annual event, and they're off, and it's very, very, very cool to see the guys at the front of the pack, but more importantly, even the people all the way at the back of the pack, because this becomes an annual event for them. It's great.
We're getting the countdown.
That's right, and Jeff Hogan's going to be carrying that camera with him live as he goes.
And here it goes, it's off.
Stepping off in front of everybody, and we're going to be taking that shot he's got there.
And Josh, what do you love about the fact that your sport is so accessible to people?
Oh, it's great. It's one of the few professional sports where you can actually get on the same course and compete with the folks out there they're going to be representing the United States at the Olympic Games and winning titles. You don't get to get on the football field with those guys.
Or the basketball court with LeBron James, for that matter. But you get to run with world-class runners today, and you get to say, I did that.
Exactly. It's
That's
really
pretty cool.
fantastic.
And there goes Jeff. You can see him with his gimbal camera.
He is one of the fittest guys we know.
Yeah.
He works out all the time. He's very diligent. He watches what he eats. He eats clean. And he's always out in the community being involved for Commit to Be Fit. He's done a lot of work with that. And this is a payoff for him as well. So we want to congratulate our own Jeff Hogan for all this great work he's doing in keeping people fit.
We talk about his level of fitness, but will there be people running this who haven't trained at all, Josh?
There always is. You know, it's like, hey, let's sign up for a race. Let's do it. Oh, totally. You know, 6 months ago, it seemed like a really good idea. And then, you know, some of the folks train, some of them don't, but they always drag them out here. And it's like, hey, you committed this thing, and you paid your entry fee, so let's go do it.
They paid their entry fee, and they'll be paying for it later.
Absolutely.
If they haven't trained.
They can run, they can walk, they want to finish the finish line.
Yeah.
We'll be back with more on the half marathon when we come back.
Oh, time to move. Okay.
And good morning, everybody. The runners now
now have made it up to mile marker 8. I'm Chris Bradley. Look out here. They are coming through. The leader is, I'd say, 2-3 blocks up. Now, the race course is coming right through the downtown area. They actually turned back here on Long. They're heading the opposite way right down here on 4th Street. In the middle lane here is where we have the half marathon and the elite. Now, back here are the quarter marathon runners. And then you can see right down along here, people cheering them on, wishing everybody good luck. And along the way, you've got music and band, so kind of adds to the excitement, gets you kind of all ready to cheer the runners on. Here they go right now. Hey guys, you guys out here doing a little cheering. What do you think? The runners are coming through here. They're going fast.
They're going so fast. Yeah, everyone's looking great so far.
What do you think? It's fun to see people cheer on. I guess it kind of helps you, it gives you a little energy.
Oh yeah, it's very, I think for them it's great. It's a great motivator and we'll push them to go a little bit faster.
Okay.
Knowing that they're going to be done.
All right, our friends here from Ohio Health, there they go, the runners moving fast. We'll keep you updated. Dave, you just went by. Let's go to Dave Holmes.
Absolutely, Chris. We're just turning on Mound Street off of 4th. You can see the leaders behind us now. Coming up on mile marker 9 is the next checkpoint for these guys. On the race so far, Chris saw some of the party atmosphere. It's really interesting on the race route. First time I've ever been here for the half marathon. It's really fun because there are DJs out here. There are everyone holding the signs. Some of my favorite signs, my dad is faster than your dad. Another sign said 13.1 miles, so you're only half crazy. But the best part for me was when we saw the leaders go through the hydration station there. One guy grabbed the cup in the whole group. He dumped it over his head. So they're not thirsty. These guys, it's a walk in the park for them. They're in such good shape. The runners back behind me now. We just crossed over 5th Street on a beautiful Saturday morning here. This is your Hollywood Casino in the lead report. We're going to send it now over to Scott Light with more on the race. I believe he's back on campus. Scott?
I think you could tell we've got a little hang-on Sloopy right here from the Ridgeview Raiders. This is fantastic that they are out here. I got to tell you, I'm still geeked from seeing those leaders come through here a few minutes ago, and now we've got a lot more runners that are making their way from basically the 4 to 5 mile mark here along Lane Avenue. Now, of course, I'm looking out for my 5:30 p.m. newscast partner, Tracy Townsend. She is in the middle of this crowd as well. She's running with her sister. For something like this, it takes a lot of volunteers. It takes companies like Ohio Health, and it takes companies like Panera Bread. Panera has one of our official viewing locations right over there. And then I'm also joined, here is Rocky Raccoon, who is holding our Tracy Townsend sign. Varmint Guard is one of our sponsors as well. It takes companies small, medium, and large to put on an event like this. Again, when you welcome 14,000 people to come here and to run these races, the 5K, the quarter marathon, and the half marathon, it takes a lot to pull this whole thing off. So more and more people are making their way down Lane Avenue here. This is just fantastic to see all these people. They're high-fiving and they're loving this band here, the Ridgeview Raiders. So this is just terrific. We're going to continue with our coverage here on 10 TV of the Capital City Half Marathon right after this.
And the fun continues here along mile marker 8. The runners coming through downtown Columbus. And our friends from Hollywood Casino with us here. And Jennifer, you guys are proud to be part of this big event here. You're committed to giving back to Columbus.
Oh, absolutely. One of our core values is to be a great community partner. And what's a better event to get involved than the half marathon? So,
I'm going to get out here and do a little running. What about you?
Moving to Columbus, I feel like I have to be healthy. Everyone here is so committed to it, including the property. So we're really excited.
You guys have a lot of runners doing this today?
We actually do have quite a few team members that are participating, so it's awesome.
Yeah, look at them here. So right behind me here, the runners coming through. Look at these guys here. I was cold. These guys look like they're hot out here.
Oh, I know. I see them in their shorts, and I'm going, oh my gosh, how amazing.
Thank you very much for your support. Great time. Fast speeds down here and actually good weather.
Go going. What are we doing?
All right.
All right, Jerry, Kristen, we're sending it over to you. We are continuing to watch the runners come through. Again, downtown, we're right here. They're coming down fourth. Good luck. Good job.
Good luck, good job, and not too far from now, they're going to be coming across the finish line where we are now.
Yeah, thanks to the magic of television, we've switched from the start line now to the finish line.
That's right, and all these folks are going to be coming our way. We've got a lot more coverage for you coming up ahead. This is an exciting race.
Yeah.
We're going to be watching it with you. We'll be right back.
Just tell me what we're looking at.
Welcome back to the Cap City Marathon. This is 10 TV's coverage of this 13th annual. And Josh, you have been doing some number crunching. They've passed mile marker 9 to the best of our knowledge. What do you know?
We should be seeing our men's winner here in about another 12 minutes or so, and the women are really cranking, and we haven't given a lot of updates on them, but Tara Welling's one of the athletes that's really running well. She just ran a big personal best at the Stanford Invitational in the 10,000. Not a marathoner, very fast, very talented. She runs for Skechers Performance, trains up in the Portland area. She's up there with Janice, she's up there with Des. Brianne Nelson's another highly decorated athlete, one of the best athletes on the circuit. Very competitive field, and we're going to see them come across the line shortly after the men.
Yeah, this is a national championship. Now, for the uninitiated, how are you able to know where they are on the course and the time that they're running?
Well, typically we have a tracking site, and we get updates there, and then we have our guys on the lead trucks that are sending updates.
And then on their bodies, they've got sensors?
Oh, sure, yeah. So on their bib, they actually have a sensor underneath, and then there's mats laid down along the course, and that's the way the folks at home can keep track.
So we're talking about all of these personal stories, races, people running races for myriad reasons. Well, the honorary race director this year, he and his wife and their little girl had to run the race of their lifetime very recently. Please watch.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it's so good. Thank you very much.
He's a big burly blue jacket, but that doesn't mean Nick Foligno can't enjoy some tea party time with a little lady named Milana. The baby girl he and his wife Janelle welcomed to the world in 2013.
We just keep telling her that she has a special heart, and you know, that she's strong, and that we call her our little warrior princess.
Milana earned that name, and it all goes back to right after she was born. Her dad.
Well, I was over the moon, first kid. Everything was healthy, happy. Mom and baby are both doing great.
Had to head back to work. That meant joining the hockey team for a game in Detroit. When he got there,
I remember walking into the room and all the guys are high-fiving me, congrats on the baby.
Janelle called him. The news wasn't good.
And I was like stone-faced, you know, I really didn't, the guy said you look like a ghost when I walked in. And
tests showed a problem with the oxygen level in Milana's blood. There was a heart murmur too. Nick returned immediately. He and Janelle would learn their baby girl had a life-threatening heart defect. You could hear it in her breathing.
It was just labored, really labored. It actually sounded like a...
Looking back, we realized that she could have died very quickly. In the moment, we did not understand that part of it. I think we were so focused on, okay, what do we need to do? How do we fix this?
They found a doctor in Boston who performed a rare surgery. Milana was just his 17th case. The success meant they have celebrated Milana's first birthday and beyond. Their little warrior princess is now a big sister who understands a bit about her early journey.
Milana, do you know where your heart is? Where is it? Right there, yeah.
It's a path that made the Folignos grateful for the neonatal care Milana received. And it's a reason why Nick was a good fit for the Cap City Half Marathon honorary race director. The Ohio Health Foundation is a benefiting charity, and proceeds from the 2016 race will help fragile newborns, giving them the chance to grow and thrive, just like Milana.
It stands for everything that we believe in, right? It's all these people coming together for the greater good, or what's more than them, and to do it in a healthy lifestyle too. It's going to be a great day.
And it is a great day to hear them share their very personal story, you know, and to have such a reason for being the honorary race director. It's inspiring.
It is, and you also see why he's captain of the Blue Jackets team as well.
Yeah, and to see him with his little girl and his family, precious.
It's beautiful. And we are getting ready to bring you a beautiful national championship finish.
Yes, it's
in a few minutes
away.
All right, we'll be right back.
Welcome back to 10 TV's coverage of the half marathon. And you know, Jared, this is kind of hard for me to get my head around, but our elites are almost done.
You know, within the hour, from 7:55 till now, these guys are about a mile away from finishing this race. Josh, tell us about this.
Yeah, Cristo Landry there on your left. He's a very talented runner. He's run 2:14:30 for the marathon, graduate of William & Mary. He had a big breakout year in 2014. At mile 10, he absolutely unleashed on that men's lead pack and totally broke away. I mean, you can see it there. Just made a complete mess of the field and running very, very strong. He did not compete in the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials in February, so he's been building towards this. Very accomplished, 13:36, 5,000, which is fast. 10,000 meters, he's run 27:55. So this race looks well in hand for him. And on the right side of the screen, that's Kara Welling, the athlete I was talking about earlier. She's a graduate of Loyola Marymount, coached by Jonathan Marcus and her former collegiate coach Guerrero. And she has really put it together, and I don't know how much of a lead she has, but from the reports from the lead truck, she also made a big move and has broken away.
So Josh, how much of this, if you have to balance it, strategy versus full-on running? Well, is it a little bit of both?
A lot of strategy with the first part of the race, and then once you get through 3/4 of the race, it's just about fitness. And it's strategy when you make your move. When you do make a move, you want to make it big, you want to make it bold. And here, mile 12, Cristo Landry is approaching. And really, you can see there, it looks like Shadrach Biwat is back there. Scott Fauble trying to make it out, but Cristo looks to have this well in hand. And when he did make his move, he made it big, because if you can beat him mentally, you don't have to beat him physically. So when you make a move, you want to make it as decisive as possible.
When you have a lead that large, is it rare when you give that up?
Something like this in these late stages, it's rare, but it's not impossible.
Okay. So we still could see a shakeup here.
There could be some drama.
Could be some drama in the way. Got a mile left. And these are marathoners, so doing a half is not as difficult, right? But it's still strenuous.
Different zones. So a lot of the marathoners say they'll run a 5-minute per mile pace for the marathon. That would be 2:11:05. In this event, they were clicking off 4:47, 4:47, 4:49, and so it's a little bit quicker. But still, for a lot of these guys, the 10,000 meter guys, this is actually coming up in distance, so it's a little bit easier for them. Where for the marathoners, this is a little bit quicker, but it's shorter. So it's all dependent upon where they're at in their training cycle, really.
So this fella that's in the lead right now, what's his thinking? He's not looking behind him, right? Is there somebody there along the way telling him where he's at on the course and what his time is?
Occasionally, you'll have coaches on the course or friends yelling to you, letting you know how much time you have. But right now, he's just thinking, pedal to the metal, let's go, grind, harder, harder, faster, faster, drive the knees, pump the arms, let's go. And he's just making it hurt. And that's the only guarantee with running. If you're doing it right, it's gonna hurt. And these guys know. It's funny when you get in the elite athlete tent before a race, it's very quiet, and you could hear a pin drop, and the athletes are getting themselves mentally and physically ready for this thing. But really, it's mentally ready because they know they're about to do battle, and they're about to inflict pain on their body. Because the harder you go, the more pain you experience. And this is really phenomenal what Christo's doing here.
So really no pain, no gain is what you're saying. All right, we're going to go over to Angela and Mike Davis. They're at mile 12. Hey, guys.
Hey, we've been seeing some of the leaders, kind of crossing this line here within it. I mean, basically, it's an hour, and they're finishing a half marathon. It's incredible.
It's wonderful.
So they keep sprinting on by. So that's what's going on this side of the barrier. The other side are the guys in the 5K.
Yeah, and what's great is this is number 19.
And that was the hour mark right there. 1 hour and 2 seconds. How about that?
There we go. So this is an exciting corner here at High and Main Street. We've got many runners coming in. This is the home stretch, people.
All right, we're watching all of that here today. And who's on the right there, Josh? Can you make that out?
That's still Christo, and you can see there it's freezing up a little bit. He was taking a look over his shoulder and seeing who's close and how much of a lead he has, but he looks to have this well in hand. I mean, something would have to go drastically wrong at this point.
He has really, as you say, put the pedal to the metal. He has pulled away from all those guys. Is that demoralizing for all the guys behind him?
Well, he really did drop the hammer. I got the report from the lead truck, and they said when he went out like a rocket. And, and as soon as he did, the pack went single file, and I could see Scott Fauble there trying to run him down, but there's not a lot of race left here. So what Christo's doing, this is a bit of redemption for him, because he was obviously disappointed not to compete in the Olympic marathon trials. He ran the USATF cross country championships in Bend, Oregon. It has been focusing on getting ready. He is a great track runner. He's very accomplished there. But this is great. I mean, a national title is amazing.
At one point, we saw him check over his shoulder. Is that dangerous to do?
Sometimes it's not bad to take inventory, and if you don't have any reporters, the coaches or friends on the course giving you reports, it's not a bad thing to know. I never like to do it because
you could fall, you could trip. I don't know.
I just
think of all the scenarios.
Yeah, but yeah, here we see Christo, we see Scott Fauble from Hogan AZ Elite, Shadrach Biwak from A6 Mammoth Track Club. Christo represents Mizuno, great runner. He's hammering it home now.
Well, there's a lot of incentive, too, because the first place money is $12,100, a national championship ring worth $6,800, and a tag watch worth $1,500, plus the bragging rights to say you were the champion at the Ohio Health Cap City Half Marathon.
The national champion. And what's the significance of having this national championship sit within this marathon?
Oh, it's great. And having a standalone half marathon as the U.S. National Half Marathon Championships is really something.
Okay, so I think they're really close.
He's coming in.
102.28 in. He is coming in. He is pounding the pavement, hitting it hard. Josh, what do you see?
He's looking great.
Oh, here he comes. He's coming right by.
There
He's
he
smiling.
is.
He has a smile on his face.
He is going to win it.
And there it is. He's crossing the finish line. Hey.
Fabulous.
Effort.
Oh, man, that was great. And his time? 1:02:56. What are we saying there?
102.56.
Yeah, just under 103. Scott Fauble, runner-up. Scotty Bowes of the A6 Aggies.
And they have a good stride going. These other runners were not far behind the winner. Not at all. This is a close one.
These are elite runners, and you can see why, huh?
Yeah, something else. A lot of time, a lot of effort, really a lifetime of work culminating here on the streets here in Columbus.
So when you take home a win like this, what is the real meaning of that?
It means a lot. It's not only the prize money. It's not just the $8,000 ring and the tag watch. It's not the sponsor bonuses, which checks don't hurt anything. but it's really for you. You can say, I'm the national champion.
It's the hard work paying off.
It is. Yeah. It's all worth it. And that's just like anything in life. You invest so much time and so much effort, and you've dedicated yourself to just mastering your craft, and then to come out here and compete with all your peers who are doing the exact same thing, come out on top. It's something special.
The winning time there, when you compare that to other winning times in a half marathon, where does that line up?
I think today the weather's great, the temperature's great, a little bit of wind.
Yes.
I want to talk to the guys because I actually put on another layer when we shifted. It was the wind was picking up, and I think that could have affected the pack. And
does it slow you down?
It certainly does.
Okay.
And running in a pack certainly helps. You know, they were together for about 10 miles on the men's side, so that certainly helped. But you know, sub 103 is running. That's really doing something. And fastest time here at the Cap City half. So it's really telling.
And talk to us about the woman who finished. What time did she finish in, and who was that?
She hasn't crossed yet.
She hasn't crossed yet.
So we're still waiting.
She's coming close. Okay.
All right, we're going to take a break.
The women are at mile 12, right?
Mile 12,
Yeah.
and they've got one more to go, and we're going to be back in a minute
to show
bring
you
that to you as well. Stay tuned. Welcome back to this amazing Ohio Health Capital City Half Marathon. The male winner's already finished line, and now the female. Talk to us about this, Josh.
Yeah, that's Tara Welling, and she's really battled back. She tore her hamstring last year in a 5,000 meter, was able to battle back, come back, and has been training with her group up there in Portland at High Performance West. Coached by Jonathan Marcus and her collegiate coach, Scott Guerrero, really has put things together in a big way here. Ran a personal best, as I mentioned earlier, in the 10,000 meters earlier this month, just a tick over 32 minutes, which is an Olympic trials qualifying time, but also an Olympic A standard. So you have times that you need to run in order to qualify for the Olympic trials, and then you have a tougher standard which qualifies you, makes you eligible for the games. You still have to finish top 3 at the track trials in early summer in Eugene, but she was able to do that, so we knew she was fit, we knew she was ready, and she's proven it out here today in Columbus.
Well, sometimes you hear that an injury will take you out or at least compromise you the rest of your career. She's doing beautifully.
Yeah, she looks great, and I think having some time off, and I know with Desiree Linden, at the 2012 Olympics, she had to withdraw from the race due to a stress fracture in her femur, and coming off of that, you get a lot of thinking time, and you get to discover your why. Why am I doing this? Why does it matter? Does chasing a time on a clock out here, do sports matter? And I think as a runner in anything in life, when you've been entrusted with a gift, you got to multiply it, and you got to work hard, and it's your passion too. So coming back, I mean, it's been really inspiring.
She's coming up the street here now and going to be crossing the finish line momentarily. What do you think is going through her mind here?
Oh, she's happy. I can tell you. You know, it's everything we talked about with Christo. You know, it's sponsors. She's sponsored by Skechers Performance, and they've done a great job with their marathon crew that they've assembled this year, and their half marathon crew and their track runners. And she's not only representing them and representing her team, but she's doing it for herself and her family and all the people, her husband. It's all of it. This is a thank you to them and for all the support, and it's great for them to see.
She's on High Street now, and she's coming across.
This is the culmination of 13.1, and look at her. She looks so strong. 13.1, I'd be dragging my feet across, and she is just cruising.
She is looking great.
She's digging.
She comes.
There she goes.
Wow.
Getting ready to cross.
Getting the applause, and there it is.
Boom.
Right there.
She made it.
1:10:25. Unofficial, yeah.
And is that a pretty good time?
It's very good, very competitive. We thought 70 minutes would be the mark where the lead woman would come across, and it was right on.
Think about that, 70 minutes, 13.1 miles. She has crossed the finish line. And our Jeff Hogan is also standing by with the male winner, and we'll get to him when he's ready to bring him to us. Hey, Jeff.
And we are there. Let's go to Jeff.
Bring it on down here. I got Dave Holmes. I tell you what, I followed Christo right down. As a lot of other people did today, because you were out in front for a long time. Dave, you watched it.
Well, Christo, in German Village, mile marker 10, you run a 4:30 mile. That's where you took off.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Well, that was the plan going in. I was going to move somewhere around 9 to 10 miles. Around the 9th mile, we were still in the mid 440s, and I wanted to relax just a little while longer, so I prepped myself mentally the whole 9th mile. As soon as we hit that 10-mile split, I was going to go. And I tried to make the move hard and fast enough that no one would be able to follow me right there and just kind of jump on me and let me do the work from there on out. So I wanted to move as fast as I could, and 4:30 was a little faster than I was gonna move, especially since I had trouble running 4:30s 2 weeks ago in the 7-by-mile workout. So I surprised myself there, and I was able to feel good enough to keep that up all the way through. I missed the next couple mile splits, so I have no clue how I ran there. But at that point, that's not really what's important. It's just keeping that hard pace to not let anyone back into the race.
You have a reputation of being a great road runner. What is it about road races that suits your game so well?
It's pure competition. On the track, you're running for time. You're running to try even splits. In the road, it's stay relaxed as long as you can until you make that move. And for some reason, maybe it's not running in circles. I get a little change of pace. You just gotta compete against the guy in front of you, the guy behind you, and I'm out here because I love competing, and I just want to beat everyone else. And I had a pretty good day today.
You had a great day. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir.
Krista Landry, the champion, blew the field away there in the 10th mile. And we're going to talk to the women's winner here coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Okay, so I have Tara Welling and Des Linden, please. Just tell me, my IFB has gone dead, so just tell me. Oh, and now we're back. Hey, guys, I corralled something that a lot of folks could not corral today because Tara Welling wins the women's race, fantastic, and Des Linden, fresh off the Olympic trials, finished second. So a nice showing. Des, I'll get to you in 1 second. How did you do it? You made a move there and kept it strong.
Yeah, actually Des made the move on the downhills, and I know that's not my strong suit, so I just tried to stay with her through the downhills, and I knew if I could get through that and push up the hills, I'd be in good contention. But she's a tough competitor, so I knew that if I wanted a shot, I had to stick with her and make some moves on the uphills, and it turned out to be a really great race. I don't think it sort of broke up until, even with 2 miles to go, I was still running pretty scared because I know she's kind of a sleeper and she can come back on you quick. So I just kept pushing, and I told myself it wasn't over until the finish line. So.
That can certainly burn some energy as well mentally, when a 2-time Olympian's on your heels.
Yeah.
That shows some fortitude. How does national champion sound?
It's pretty awesome. I got my first championship at Jacksonville, and it's hard to, keep winning, but I just try to stay motivated, and, racing's kind of my strong suit, and I love to race and compete. So, I just wanted to give it my best today.
Des, one word from you before we get back out on the course. It says a lot coming off the Olympic trials. How hot it was, how tough it was that you come here and put together this effort.
Yeah, it was great. It's a great course, great city. I knew it was a quick turnaround, but you can't pass up a race in your backyard and a chance for a national championship. And it's great competition. I think Tara's fresh off some really good races on the track, and I think she's well on her way to punching her ticket to Rio as well. So no shame in losing to her today.
Good luck in Rio to you, and Tara, if you make it to Rio, national champion right here. Hey, let's go out to our own 10 TV champion because Scott Light has corralled Tracy Townsend. Go ahead.
You know what? Look who I found here at the 4.5 mile mark.
Still standing.
You're not even breathing hard.
Well, I've had a little bit of time to inhale, breathe in.
You look great. How you feeling?
Good, motivated. This was good. Everybody along the sidelines. It's so great. That's just great support.
You run across
band.
like the Ridgeview
Yes.
Raiders here.
Yes, they're
that
great.
Just keeps you going.
I know, I'm like, oh, and they're playing very good motivational stuff.
Yeah, this is really good. Can we bring your sister over here?
Yes, she may. It's my baby sister. I'm still the boss. Remember, Marion?
Marion,
This is my sister
that's
from
so great
Cincinnati.
that you guys are running together. How do you feel so far?
We feel great.
Okay.
She's really fast, so she's keeping the.
We're evenly paced.
We're keeping each other in the race.
All right, so you guys aren't even breathing hard. So what you've got? Okay, all right. Let's not even think about it. Let's get pumped. Let's get going. All right. Thank you for stopping by. Go get them. Bye, Marion. See ya. All right. Awesome. There goes Tracy. And she just said, you know what? She goes, I just want to finish. And I think that's just a great, you know what? Just finish a half marathon and you can check it off the list, guys.
She's going to do it, too.
To have her sister there. Teamwork
That is
makes
so
the
gr-
dream
Yeah,
work, doesn't
that
it?
is.
It's perfect.
Tracy Townsend and her sister there, and Scott Light cheering them on, as we are too.
Yeah.
We've got a lot more for you, and we've got Dom Taberry right now. Dom, where are you?
Hey, Jerry, I'm in the Commons and the Papa John's party cam, and the party's heating up. Charles Burris with Papa John's, and look at this box. This was important for you guys to be involved with.
Oh, absolutely, Dom. First of all,
about the box. First time ever an event like this has been on a Papa John's box. It's prime real estate. It was awesome. We made hundreds of thousands of these boxes. We actually ran out about a week ago, so it was incredible. We promoted the Cap City, had you guys on there, sold a bunch of tickets, national championship. This was something special for our brand.
Why this event, Charles?
Well, I'll tell you what, at the end of the day, this is a celebration. And, pizza is probably the most communal food you can have. And when people are celebrating, usually Papa John's is on the scene and involved. So also I will say this is that this is about better lifestyles. And I tell you what, first of all, everything's good in moderation, but our pizza is packed with better. That's what we're all about. For our no fillers in our meats, no trans fats. That's all about better. This event's all about better.
And the party here is heating up. We got swag, and you've made a lot of pizza. Everyone that is in this race is getting free pizza, right?
What's going on right now with our brand's pretty incredible. We have 11 locations right now. We're making pizzas at Crew Stadium. We're going to shove about 20,000 slices of pizza on the Commons here within 2 hours for every participant to have a slice of pizza. It's right on their tab. They just pull it off their running tab, and they're having a slice of Papa John's better pizza.
Charles, thank you very much for what Papa John's does. And I'll tell you what, guys, come and get some pizza. It's here, and boy, does it smell good.
Proud to do it.
Appreciate that. And we're watching the folks still continue to come across the finish line today. All ages and shapes
all
and
14,000 of them. Oh. Okay. So in your final number crunching, was any of this surprising to you?
No,
No?
it
It worked out the way you wanted, the way you thought it would.
Yeah, I mean, the guys ran a lot more.
You can see some of the 14,000 runners of the 13th annual Ohio Health Cap City Half Marathon, the Patron Quarter Marathon, and the 10 TV Commit to Be Fit 5K.
They're all out there still doing their thing. Our own Tracy Townsend, we checked in with her at mile marker 4, and she wants to finish today, and we know she will. There are so many people out here today just for the exercise, just for a bucket list check off, as Josh was telling us earlier. Some folks, didn't train a whole lot, but they wanted to get out here and finish this race. Some of them are walking across, and that's fine. The point is they got out here and did it.
And it's all about a personal best. Yeah, we have some creative costumes out there today. Whatever it takes to get you across that finish line. If you need a little humor, go with a little humor. She gets 10 points from me.
Oh, yeah, and what it's doing for your health, the benefits of being able to run and knock some pounds off. And there you see people coming across. And it's just an amazing moment here. Let's go to Angela Ann and Mike Davis. Where are you, folks? What are you doing?
Well, we're at mile marker 12, and I've been running like this the entire time.
Your personal best today is to stay warm, I think.
Just trying to keep warm, but it's funny because we still see some of the half marathoners coming through on this side. You've got the quarter marathoners and the 5K people on the other side, and we are at the 1 hour and 21 minute mark, and everyone. Why do they all look fresh as a daisy coming across these race lines? It's amazing.
And they're doing the half, too, right? Which
I'm
is
impressed.
Pretty cool.
So here comes a group all kind of tightly packed together, just turning the corner here on Main and High. So still going on, still going strong.
Ryan, can you show, these are the 5Kers that are coming down. It's really kind of a tale of two races that we're seeing here at mile marker 12. What's exciting, though, is you see the supporters here at this mile marker cheering people on and actually following whoever's participating along the way to give them that last boost, like your home stretch.
Right, and some of the early finishers, they were running with one of the women outside the fence here going, you're number 10, you're number 10, you're in the top 10, finish.
Right.
So it's great, all the support, all the excitement. It's been great to be a part of this.
We've seen some people in the 5K running with American flags, running with their kids.
Little kids, too, amazing, flying on by.
Kind of putting us to shame, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm back to running again, so there we go. We'll
All
keep
right.
it going.
Jerry, Kristen, back to you.
Yeah, the thing that is striking to me too is you see all kinds of signs along the route. You can't mention this race without saying and without giving kudos to all the people who came out to support the runners.
They are. They got their family, their friends, folks who couldn't run themselves here cheering them on. And that's a big mental boost because you're out there trying to finish this. And there are moments when I suspect some of them hit a wall. And you just, Josh, you could probably pipe in on that. There's a moment there in this race where you got to just bear down and gut it out, right?
Yeah, it's really you versus you. And that's the great thing about the sport is if you're doing it right, it's going to hurt. And there comes that time in every race when you're doing it right and you're pushing yourself where you can make the pain go away. And all you have to do to make it go away is slow down. And that's where the mental toughness comes into play. You say, how long can I keep my hand in the fire? Am I going to be tougher than this pain? And can I overcome it? And you discover something about yourself when you're out there pushing yourself.
Josh, I have to ask you, when you talk about it, I can hear your love for the sport. So when you're sitting on the sideline doing the commentating, is there something in you that just makes you want to jump off the booth and go and run?
Oh, it's funny. David, or who had the DJ, had queued up like Rocky at the start, and I heard that, and I was like, I shouldn't be here. I need to be out there running my strides. But let me say this. I had a long career, a great career, fantastic, surpassed everything I could have hoped for or imagined, and it is it's a lot easier sitting here, albeit colder, sitting here in the booth. But there is certainly a part of every athlete when they watch their sport, their peers compete, that you miss it.
Yeah.
You miss it. Well, you've had an illustrious career, and we're so thankful to have you today to tell us about this race. Let's go to Jeff Hogan now. He's got someone he wants to bring to us.
Well,
Jeff?
David Babner right here for the ring ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the city of Columbus, Franklin County, the USA Track and Field, I am so excited to introduce to you our 2016 national champion, Miss Tara Welling. We've got some hardware to give you, Tara. Congratulations.
Hi, Tara. Congratulations. And on behalf of the Diamond Seller, proud to present to you this Tag Heuer watch as well as
a national championship ring, baby. Yeah. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Guys, this is fantastic. You know how fast the men's winner was. He got away. He was a little chilly. He was a little cold, but I assure you he's getting his national championship ring before he leaves here.
That is great. Those are beautiful mementos there. $12,000 in cash, plus that ring, which is worth about $7,000, and the watch, which is $1,500.
And really, it's all about too the personal best of the moment. And when you talk about personal bests, this ranks right up there, doesn't it, Josh?
It really does. And the watch and the ring don't hurt.
Yeah.
No, they're beautiful mementos.
They are gorgeous.
Very
Look at
cool.
that.
And that's this is not a normal thing. I mean, this is something special that this crew here in Columbus has put together for these champions, and it's pretty special. I mean, being here in Buckeye country, you know, you win a national title, you should get a ring.
Right.
David was talking to me about it, and the great folks here put it together in the tag watch, and it's not bad. I mean, it's pretty cool thing.
It really is. When you think about how this marathon has grown over the years, this is the 13th year, from 3,000 to 14,000. Let's go back down to the ring ceremony area for another presentation.
I'm a huge watch guy, so I said, better be one for the race director, baby. So we better.
So we're not quite ready for that ring ceremony, but you know, I think one of the things that you notice as we see all of the other runners coming in, because the elites finished a while ago, but when you watch these other runners coming in, Josh, a lot of them have a smile on their face. You know, we talk about the pain of something like this, but they're really loving it.
Yeah, there's no greater spectacle in sport, I truly believe this, than a finish line.
Yeah.
Because you see just the gamut of emotions.
Right.
People smiling, people crying, people tears of pain, tears of joy, just excitement. Some of them are just happy that it's over. You know, it's just like crossing that line. Okay, I don't have to do this anymore. But you see the emotion on their face, and it's always something special. And running a race is just like education. Once you do it, no one can ever take it away from you. And it's a bug you get. You do one and you go, okay, I could actually do this.
Continue with this, huh?
Okay, and that's a great thing about this event too. You have a lot of different entry points. You have the 5K, you have the half of the half, and you have the half marathon. So a lot of different distances that athletes can run to get involved in.
And build up.
That's it.
You can build up to the big ones.
That's it. Yeah.
3,000 when they started out to 14,000 today. What does this what does this say about the state of the sport across the country?
Sport's really been growing, you know, and years ago when our country was going through that economic decline, it was very interesting that the one thing that folks weren't going to give up on was their health. And at that same time, the running boom, second running boom really started to explode, and more people were running. Running is the largest participatory sport in the United States. More people run than do any other sport. So this is something where anyone can really do it. I mean, Oprah ran a marathon. P. Diddy ran the marathon.
I ran a marathon, and I never thought I could. You know,
it's really,
and it does energize you.
It does. It does. And it sounds counterintuitive, but as you're working out and as you're expending all this energy early in the morning, and you're going out and getting in your 10 miles, you actually have more energy the rest of the day. It's very, very special, very cool.
Well,
very special, and we want
to go to Dom Taberry.
Right, he's at the stage. Dom, come on in.
Hey, Jerry, I'll tell you what, we're in the Commons, and the party is picking up here behind me up on the stage. That is the band Swag performing, and folks are finishing here. They're coming in, getting their free pizza, they're getting their free drinks, and just celebrating what has been an amazing morning, a special morning. And, you know, fitting ending here down in Columbus Commons. And come on over here a minute, sir. You just did it. How was it?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Did you do the half?
I did the quarter this year.
Did the quarter race.
Yep.
And you got this? Look at this. Everybody, wow, that thing weighs a ton. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Let's throw it back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot. We have so many people to thank today for this great marathon, half marathon. Ohio Health, the lead sponsor today. Papa John's, Varmint Guard, and the Hollywood Casino. All of them played an integral part in making this the big success that it is today.
And we also have to give a big shout out to all of the volunteers who make an event like this possible. I mean, just think about it. 14,000 runners.
Yeah.
We're putting on quite a show. The city of Columbus is putting on quite a show. And Josh, your final thoughts on how Columbus did this?
Amazing. I mean, hats off to your whole crew, Sports Commission, Cap City Half. Everyone really came together and put on a fantastic show, a great national championship.
It is, and the city looked up, scrubbed up really well today. We had a great course all the way through. It went off without a hitch, no problems anywhere. 14,000 people in downtown Columbus today, plus all the folks that are supporting them. It was a great success from beginning to end.
14,000 people embracing, getting healthy, getting out there.
It was great. Thanks so much.
Have fun, guys. There you go, baby.
This is fantastic for our great city, being the center of the running world.
That's just amazing to watch them come by at that kind of a pace.
I'm out here because I love competing, and I just want to beat everyone else.
I just kept pushing, and I told myself it wasn't over until the finish line.